Today we're going to talk about a reading strategy that we're going to be working on for the next little while called Contrasts and Contradictions. So in the past you might have been asked to visualize, to make predictions, to make inferences, all these things that good readers do. And that may have taken hold. It might have been easy for you, or you might have been like, what on earth is my teacher talking about? The strategies that we're going to be working on are sort of like the signposts, the little precursors that, hey, look at me, I'm signaling this, of those skills that you have learned in the past, that you've been introduced in the past. So this allows us to pay attention to our reading more deeply and to notice and to note and to start to question, right? So it may take you a minute to, longer than a minute, to integrate this into your daily practice, but we really are going to be talking about it and looking at it really closely for the next little while. And as you start to look, you're going to find it again and again. So this one is called Contrasts and Contradictions. It is the first of 6 signposts, and a signpost is out there like a stop sign, or 35 miles to Disney World or Disneyland. They're there to guide you and to point out certain things. Contrasts and contradictions. What this strategy is when you're reading and a character says or does something that's opposite, that contradicts what he has been saying or doing all along, or if they're acting in unexpected ways that we wouldn't expect someone to act in our society. And you'll see that when we're looking at Thank You Ma'am by Langston Hughes. So sometimes I think students think that reading is different from their real life, but really reading is a reflection of the lives we live, particularly fiction. It's narrative. Like we're all like the main character. We're the protagonists in our own story. So I want to bring this strategy in to what you know about me, right? So shocking. Most people think that I'm super high energy and I'm a little wacko and crazy and all that kind of thing. If I walked onto campus, if you saw me and I was sort of like, hi, okay, how are you? Right, that would be different from what you usually see from me. And you might ask yourself, ooh, what's up with Berg? Like something's going on with Berg today. Boy, I hope she's not turning me into boots. I hope something hasn't happened. So this happens in literature all the time. Characters change. They do unexpected things. And that's not by accident. That is by design. So when you're reading and you come across something like this, when the character says or does something that contradicts what he has been doing all along, or doing something that is different than what you would expect a character to do, then you should stop and ask yourself this question, right? All you have to do is ask one question. Why is the character doing that, right? So just the same as if you saw me on campus being very unemotive and very like flat and not engaging, you'd be like, why is Berg acting that way? Is this a point of danger? Is she okay? Right? This would create questions in your mind because that's how we are as human beings. Same with the characters, right? You have to stop and ask, why is the character doing that? Now, the reason that we're going to ask this question is because this is the signpost, the answers, the hypotheses that we come up with. They could help you make a prediction about something that's going to happen, right? Oh, maybe the character is changing in this way, or maybe this thing is going to happen. Or make an inference that's reading between the lines, right? It's not directly stated, but you can make an educated guess. It's going to help you make a prediction or an inference about the plot and the conflict, right? So what's going to happen in the story, or what is the big problem, or how is this problem going to be solved? So this is here for you as a resource if you just need that refresher lesson as we go along. We're going to spend some time in class looking at it in a story that's got like whoop, whoop, whoop. There are all sorts of contrasts and contradictions with both of these characters in Thank You Ma'am. But I wanted to make sure that you had this resource that you could take a look at and be able to fill out your notes. Okay? So it might seem a little confusing up front. We're going to practice, 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 and all of a sudden, it's just going to be in your head. You're not going to not be able to see it, not only in literature, not only in the things that you read, but in your life as well. It's going to become really obvious and really transparent. All right, here we go.